Since October 18, Sweden has a new government. The political parties that constitute the new Swedish government have, together with the Sweden Democrats, come to an agreement for cooperation that also has a large impact on the area of climate and energy. My name is Roos and I'm a member of the European Conservatives and Reformists in the European Parliament. Today I'll ask a couple of questions to a Swedish member of Parliament about this new agreement, Jessica Stegrud. Hi Jessica, I know you of course, but could you please briefly introduce yourself to the viewers?
Thank you so much, Rob. Well, as you said, I'm a member of the Swedish Parliament since September this year. And prior to that, I was a member of the European Parliament for 3 years. And prior to that, I have 25 years within the private sector, mainly working with energy. And here in the Swedish Parliament, I'm in the industry committee and working mainly with questions regarding energy, which is a very hot topic in Sweden as in the rest of Europe today.
Sweden has a new government and your party's fingerprints are all over the new program. What are the main energy and climate points?
Well, as you said, we've actually had a major impact on several areas, and that includes migration policies and also criminal policies. But as you mentioned, also energy. And I would say, well, we've really changed the debate and also the direction of the energy politics in Sweden. And I would say mainly the major step is that we have changed the goal from 100% renewables to 100% fossil-free fuel or energy. And I think, and that really opens for more nuclear. We has, as well in Germany, we have closed down many nuclear power plants, but now this could be changed and we could start do some research again, and we also will make it possible to build new nuclear power plants. And that's really I would say a game changer, or we need to come back to have a stable energy system, and that and nuclear is a very important part of that plan. So I think that's what we've achieved so far.
And what will this mean for citizens and businesses?
Well, in the short term, we still have problems. We know we have the volatile electricity prices, which are really hurting our industry, especially in the south of Sweden, and also the households' economies, of course. But in the long run, this is the way back to a stable price level and to be competitive again. So that's really important. But of course, building new power plants, especially nuclear, it would take some time. And what we are doing is that we're really trying to take away all the obstacles, so to say, by new legislations, also by credit guarantees for investors within nuclear. So we are working very hard on that and try to really speed things up, so to say.
As you said, the energy policy goal is changed from 100% renewable to 100% fossil-free. Why is this important?
Well, it's mainly important because if you have 100% renewable, then you exclude nuclear. And nuclear is really an important part, at least of the Swedish energy system, has been for decades. And the previous governments have tried to take nuclear away from the energy mix slowly. And well, it's not working. We can't have just, you can't depend a whole energy system on a large part of renewables, because that means you are depending on weather, and there are also technical restrictions regarding the grid and so on. So I think that's really key here.
I think it's great. I'm also an advocate of nuclear power. What are the legislative changes that will be made in this field in Sweden?
Well, first of all, it will be possible to build on new sites. We have this law now that really limits where you can build nuclear, or you're actually not allowed today to build nuclear power plants on new locations. Only the ones we have today. So that will open up for new nuclear power. So I think maybe that's the major obstacle that we are removing now. I would say, but initially we will try to get investments, and to. It's hard to start up already closed down nuclear reactors. That's hard due to security and then technical things. But you can use the site that we already have. So I think that's where we're going to start, though.
I think it's great. Are there anything else you're especially proud of and you want to share with us?
I would say that maybe our entrance in Swedish politics, and now that we are the second largest party actually, and we are cooperating with the government now, and we have this very extended agreement. I think the major change is that we're going back to some kind of, we're setting Sweden first. We're trying to prioritize Sweden and Swedish citizens, and I think that's a kind of a revival. It used to be that way, but for a few decades, somehow Sweden was lost in politics, and now we're going back. We want to be more self-sufficient when it comes to energy, for example, and I think that's a game changer. But we have lots of problems to address during the coming years.
Well, thanks a lot for this explanation, Jessica. I think you are an example for the rest of Europe, and I hope that these ideas will inspire the politicians in the rest of the EU, and especially in my country, in the Netherlands. The new Swedish government shows us that making a change is still possible. Given the current circumstances, it's necessary to rethink all existing dogmas. The interest of our citizens always have to be our first and foremost concern. When the existing laws and rules don't benefit the citizens anymore, we have to be open to changing them. This is what the Swedish government is doing, and we should all follow their example. Jessica, thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon again.
Thank you so much, Rob.